He did it again. Something irritating. So this is from the React earlier today, DSP versus the internet. Let's watch.
Maintain a constant external locus of control over all the events in your life. This will really help you feel powerless. And if you're trying to be miserable, that's perfect. Step 10. Use fear as motivation. Make the fear of negative
I know that you're probably already thinking he does that. He uses fear as motivation. He has in the past. Remember when he tried to cancel Christmas? The Christmas event? I do. He tries to scare people into giving him money. Or even, like, for him being around. God damn it.
consequence your primary motivator for everything you do.
That is, in my opinion, one of the
In your opinion, he reminds me,
worst things in life, and it's what modern employers.
in his opinion, that's one of the worst things you can do. It reminds me of Peggy Hill when she says, in my opinion, the day after Thanksgiving is the biggest shopping day of the year. And we all know Peggy Hill is a total narcissist. She just is.
Don't understand. Do you
My
think
God.
an employee would be more motivated to do well at their job if you say if you do well, you will get a positive reward you want? And if they say if you
Is it really that hard to say words the right way? Is it? You want is not a hard word to say. It just isn't.
don't do well, you're going to have all these negative consequences leading up to you being fired. Which do you think would have a better outcome? If you actually do market.
Oh no, stupid. We all know. I remember seeing people in his chat saying like, "Oh, sounds like you. It sounds like you." This is peak delusion. Everything in this video is him. It just is. And he can't see it. It's incredible.
research, you will find out that the positive reinforcement is much better, but it's
Duh.
harder to do. So most
harder to
employers
do.
today
It's
actually
not.
give you the negative instead because that's the easy way, the bully way, instead of actually being
That's the biggest bully on the planet.
smart and insightful of what would motivate employees. But yeah, see, deadline.
Set up deadlines that frighten you and punish yourself for failing to meet them. Use white-knuckle tactics to force yourself into productivity and remind yourself constantly that your entire life could fall apart if you don't keep your head above water. Step 11. Only do what is comfortable.
Oh,
Let your
boy.
comfort
Oh boy. Let's remember real quick that this idiot doesn't leave his house except for once a week. Goes to the same stores, buys the same food. Like, he doesn't do anything he's not comfortable with. He just doesn't. Like, there's no denying it. He just doesn't. And like, sure, we're all guilty of this. I'm guilty of it too. If I'm having a bad day, I'm gonna stay here in my cave where it's comfortable, and it's something we all do. And like, whatever, whatever. Sure, it's good to get out of your comfort zone now and then. Always, always. But him denying, I don't.
zone be the authority on what you do and don't do. If it's not comfortable, don't do it. Avoid discomfort at all costs. And
Well, I guess I should never play Master Rank Street Fighter ever again.
Actually, you probably shouldn't. You're the most obnoxious idiot on the planet when you fucking play that game. And if it pisses you off like you say it does, why are you playing it? Honestly, if a game made me as mad as Street Fighter makes him, I wouldn't play it. Being that mad is not fun. And getting to master rank doesn't justify like feeling that sort of anger. It just doesn't. It's not a like real achievement. I mean, it is an achievement, but it's not like, oh wow, I did this. Nah.
Just ditch Bice and forget it, man. Actually, we're just never playing Street Fighter ever again. All chill streams from now on, right? No, in life you do have to do things.
listen to Bubble Boy, Hermit Man tell you that in life you have to do things out of your comfort zone. Get fucked. Come on, man.
That are challenging and difficult.
Oh,
But
challenging.
balance them with things that are also relaxing to off-put it. Don't do too much of either one. It's all
Balance them with things that are relaxing to off-put it. This guy hasn't seen a real job in like almost 20 years at this point. Every single day he comes in, he says, I just want to have a relaxing stream. That's all your life is, man. You could relax more if you didn't, I don't know, spend all your money on sweaty man JPEGs.
about balance.
Participate only in activities that are familiar and effortless. Don't concern
That's what he does. That's all he does.
yourself with gaining fresh perspectives or novel experiences.
This is a pretty good.
Stay in your lane.
This is a good video because it is 100% sarcastic, but it's actually.
Does he not understand the word sarcasm? Because this video is called How to Be Miserable for the Rest of Your Life. It's telling you how to be miserable. All these steps, if you only do these things, you'll be miserable. I don't think it's being sarcastic. Like, at all.
Actually very, very true.
Operate in your wheelhouse. Step 12. Believe you're special. Behave like you're entitled to things.
This one, oh my god. He's the king of I'm special. I deserve this because I'm special.
On the basis that you're just different than everyone.
Oh my.
I'm different. I'm the little guy. I'm a one-man team. Look at this smug pig. He's about to shit on everyone in, Gen Z for thinking they're special because they've been told their whole lives that they're special. We all were. Yeah, we're all special in some sort of way, but this fucker thinks he deserves your money just for existing.
God, wow. 100%.
Wipe. You fucking kidding?
Nailed this current generation that exists on this planet.
Again. Like, the thing that gets me most about him is the lack of self-awareness. How does this happen? Truly. Like, I know that we all have some sort of delusion, whether it's like negative, well, delusion usually can't be positive, but whether we think we're worse than we are or better. But to this degree, how does that happen?
This latest generation, whatever you want to call them, what are they called now? Zoomers or whatever?
Zippers or whatever?
Literally have all grown up taught you are special. You are different. You are.
Telling someone that they're special isn't a crime. It's actually pretty good. It helps with self-esteem. Like, and that's really important. Self-esteem is such a killer. If you've lost your self-esteem, that's it. So telling someone that they're special isn't such a bad thing. Sure, there are levels and shit, but his idea of it is just so backwards. Like, I feel like I'm not making much sense. I'm trying to get my point across, but
Nature's snowflake, and everything should be yours. Instant gratification, no effort. Everything should be handed to
I'm pausing so much. No effort. You come in, turn on your camera fucking a half an hour late, and expect money just for talking about dumb shit for 2 hours. And then playing like ass the rest of the time.
you. And basically, because you're special, that's why you should get everything. It's shocking when you confront these people with real adversity or challenges, they crumble in front of you. They can't even.
He can't buy his groceries, and he crumbles. This is you, Phil. This is you.
Do basic things because they've never had to. They were just told you're special. You don't have to
Says
do
Bubble
shit.
Boy, who
It's
was
like, what?
given valedictorian. It was given to him. Everything has been given to this man. He's never had to face any adversity at all, except for at his own hand.
Yeah, he's pretty nuts, man.
Everyone else. Assume that the people that have what you want in life just don't deserve it as much as you do.
There you go.
Always
He has shit-talked people for having more money than him. Apparently because they don't deserve it, okay? He thinks he deserves it.
regard yourself as talented, unique, one of a kind.
Yep.
This will really help you develop an outsider complex, which will make it difficult to open up to other people or see things from their perspective. But since you don't want to do any of that uncomfortable stuff anyways, that's perfect.
Exactly. That's why that whole mentality doesn't work. You only think about
That's why that whole mentality doesn't work. A good example is this person right here. He's a failure. And he has this mentality.
yourself. It's literally 100% self-interest,
For self.
self-centeredness, not
Says the most self-centered, self-interested man there ever was.
caring about anyone around you but only you. And that's why it will never work. You can't have an entire planet of people who only care about themselves. They'll all just kill each other off.
Yeah, you can,
You need
and
to have
we
people
are. And we are killing each other.
working together in
Get
tandem
fucked.
for happiness and survival. But that's what that generation doesn't even fucking understand, because they weren't taught that growing up. They were taught it's all about you. So that's how
Am I crazy? I know I'm not. But goddamn. Like, what's even left to say at this point other than, like, smashing your head against the wall? I want to smash my head against the wall. Fuck.
they behave.
Step 13. See life not as it is, but how you wish it to be. Daydream of a day where things are better. Fantasize about a life where all your problems are gone. You want to make
He does
sure you
that.
mentally escape as
He does
much
that.
as possible.
Ooh, I've been
to
watching The
distract
Witcher
you
again.
from the
It's so good.
obstacles in front of you. Pour your
I love it.
mental energy not into fixing your problems or improving yourself, but into building
Doesn't improve himself. He doesn't fix his problems on his own. He has other people fix them for him with money. Or by having, a PDF make his thumbnails, or coercing people into doing things for him for free.
up this fantasy to be as detailed as possible. Reflect daily.
What are you
about
nodding
what you
at?
would buy
Your
if you
own
won the
reflection?
lottery or became a celebrity. Constantly
And this is when people say shit to me about, well, if you just had unlimited money right now, where would you go on vacation? What's the first thing you would do?
I can tell you what he'd do. He would not stream ever again. And if he did, he'd do DS politics. He wouldn't have anything holding him back. If he gets canceled, so what? But he also doesn't believe he can be canceled because he is so special. The hypocrisy and the lack of self-awareness is stunning.
What if you blew up in popularity on YouTube? How often would you
Stunning.
I'm not gonna talk about any of that. I don't even think about that. Why? Because I live in reality. Sorry, I'm never going to have that situation.
Live in a gouty, dirty bubble inside a pig pen. That's where you live. You think it's heaven. Your wife blew up to I swear to God, over 200 pounds. And you don't see anything wrong with that? What's going on, man?
I'm never going to be filthy rich. I'm never going to have the flexibility to just do whatever I want.
By your own hand, bud.
That's not reality of life. So why would I
I
waste
know,
my
honey.
time living up in the clouds, right?
Live! You live in your little dirt cloud. That's what you do. That's what he does.
I live firmly with my feet on the ground.
No.
But he's right. A lot
No,
of
you
people
don't.
live in these weird places where everything is this
Oh,
fantasy world that will
my
happen. Or the other thing he said is also true. People immerse themselves in fantasy world.
This guy plays video games for a living. He immerses himself in a fantasy world most days of the week. I'm not going to lie and say I don't. I like the fantasy worlds and stuff, but I also know that I have to work. I have to make money. I need to take care of the people around me. Again, DSP, it's about balance. And like a fantasy world, imagining that you could be more successful, it can be motivating. It just can. But like,
They become hyper obsessed on pop culture, right?
fun. Games are fun. You don't, just because you don't Like, you don't have fun playing games anymore? Like, come on, man. And you're so behind the times with, like, pop culture and shit because they're more successful than you, and you cannot stand it because you're the special one, and that is supposed to be you.
How many people were so upset that the Fallout TV show didn't seem to be fully canon with the games, and they freaked out?
I wasn't super happy about the things that they changed in the Last of Us series, but I still liked it. And yeah, there are people that obviously freak out for these things, and I get why. It's stories that they've connected with and stories that they love. What's the big deal? Why are you using this as an example?
Internet videos and raging rants and shit. It's like, dude, it's a fucking TV show. We here on planet Earth don't fucking care that there's some lore differences between the TV show and a video game. Why do you care so much? Don't you have a life? And the answer is, they live and daydream all day. 100%. They just live in this fantasy world. So to them, that you crush the reality.
I don't think I can hard enough.
And now they're so upset at you, right?
Compare your life to this fiction and become resentful at the juxtaposition. So, if suffering is what you're after, and you
he's holding a bag of Doritos.
Strife, then you're in luck. Because if you follow this advice,
stop nodding like a
for the rest
fucking.
Of your life.
He's nodding like a horse.
This video was sponsored by.
That was actually a very well made video. Very good. I like that one a lot.
Anyway, I don't know what else to say. This is just incredibly frustrating, and again, I wish I had like a reality gun so I could just, pop him with some reality. Ain't gonna happen. It's never gonna happen. So all I can do about it is scream about it in my cave. The reality is he's never gonna learn. He's never going to look in the mirror and say, "Oh my God, I'm the worst person there is," or "I need to shave this ugly fucking bullshit off my face," or "I wear ugly clothes," or "I'm just an ugly person in general. My personality's shit, and I smell." Okay. All right. Yeah, he irritated me again. Whatever, Thank you for listening. I hope you have a wonderful evening and a good week. Bye.